Okay, Martin. So you kind of called this. You said Netflix, was this really a serious bid at all? Were they going to drop out? Walk us through your calculus here.
I mean, I think it was serious. I think that they actually, I don't think they would have gone through this much trouble just to sort of be a stalking horse and just to make life difficult for Paramount. But I think they definitely made the right decision. I think now the story will move to Paramount. Um, I was looking this morning at the Paramount fourth quarter numbers that were released this week. That company's revenue declined last year. So here's a company which is overseeing a declining business. It's about to take on a massive amount of debt to buy another business, which also reported this week that they were declining. Um, the Ellison family is putting in tens of billions in equity. They've already committed, several billion to Paramount. The risk that they are taking by combining these two declining companies is enormous. So I think Netflix is really lucked out, and you can see that by looking at the stock price, which has just moved up on news that Netflix is out of this thing.
Nick, I seem to recall when the three of us were on here a couple months ago, weeks ago. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about what it would mean to both companies. I think you seem to be, more in the camp of Paramount might make a little more sense, if any sense at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that, as long as they don't mess with the pit, that's really what this comes down to, which I was watching last night on HBO. Uh, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I mean, we'll see. There's a lot more overlap between these two companies, so I think the implications for Hollywood are going to be really interesting to watch. Netflix's argument, of course, was that there was less overlap, in terms of theatrical and things like that. I mean, Martin is more of an expert on this than I am. But I think we're likely to see some, if this deal goes through, some pretty serious implications from a workforce standpoint for the combined company.
And one area which I can tell you reporters will obsess about, because reporters like nothing more than to write about their own industry, is that CBS and CNN will end up being combined. So I guarantee you that this is going to produce reams of coverage that will dwarf anything else. That's a fairly small part of this whole thing, but it will be important, and it's probably important for Paramount's ability to get this approved, because I'm sure um, Trump would like CNN to be owned by people that he considers friendlier to him.
And Martin, I mean, just talk a little bit about what that means for the media landscape at large. I mean, you have these two networks. If they come together, I mean, what does that say about the media? Was it inevitable?
You mean
Just talk
when
a
you
little.
say media, are you asking about CBS and
Yes,
CNN?
CBS and CNN. Yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, those are both declining assets, so it makes sense that you would put together um, businesses that are declining, and hopefully you can cut some costs and make it more, you know, profitable. It's not ideal for the news industry, but that is the way things are moving.
And last question for you on this topic, Martin. Just on the antitrust component here, the government review. How much of a risk is there that this gets blocked, or does it matter on what the plans are?
I don't think there's much risk. Paramount announced the other day they've already secured one of the approvals that they need. Um, so my guess is this is going to go through. Yeah, I mean, I think the real question now is how Paramount can handle the cost, because, as I said, they have to take on a huge amount of debt. So there's going to be a lot of cutting that goes on.
Right.
And Warner has already been going through that over the last 4 or 5 years, so it's not going to be fun.